G'day lads and lasses, and welcome back to the Steady Chronicle. So I've talked about like friends, and I've talked about like my growing up through childhood and stuff like that, school and things like that. So I thought on this one I should talk about work and places that I've worked and sort of how I got into the bus industry and out and things like that. So started working about 20, God, it's going back 14 I think, 8 years ago, in a cafe in Asda in Pudsey, so like 5 minutes up the road from me, about 10 minutes or an hour because 72s. So yeah, worked there for a company called Compass. They do a lot of catering stuff all over the country. They run the cafes in Asda, but they do mainly like sporting events and things like that. I think they do security? No, that's Corden I'm thinking of. Get to them. Just catering, Compass Catering in the name. So, worked with them till about 2017. Got quite familiar with the Pudsey store. They sent me out to other places, but other places were short, so I did like Killingbeck Asda, hated it. Did Beeston Asda, hated it. Did Middleton Asda, hated it. I'm not selling them well. I've done Doncaster. I'm here in Doncaster. Doncaster was ace. Did like that one. Bradford Cemetery Road, that was really good. I enjoyed that one. Done Onewell, Cortonwood area, I think it's under Cortonwood. That was really good. Crown Point was where I finished, basically. It was my last place of going, which was in Asda Living. Well, a few of the other ones I mentioned were Asda Livings. So they do more like your sandwiches and your paninis and stuff, as opposed to like your baked tatties and stuff. But the problem is though, it was a 0-hour contract, which when I first started was great. I was doing like 60 hours a week, absolute mega shifts and loads of days, and I'm absolutely winning. And I'm coming over like, I don't know, about £1,000 a month, I want to say. Yeah, I think it was monthly. So it was really good. Obviously that was like 5 to 8 years ago. I mean, I'm coming out with something like that now, but cost of living. So yeah, so started making cutbacks within the business. I think some stores got closed, staff reductions, that had to lay people off, reduce hours, and I was one of those people that were getting cutbacks. I went from like 40 hours to about 32 to about 20 to 12. So it was either I leave or they get rid of me, and they beat me to it. I was ready to leave. But yeah, they got rid of me, so that was that. Around 2016, 15, 16, I will confirm on screen if I can figure it out. A good friend of mine called Graham landed me a job working for Stagecoach on the rail division. Yes, that was when I was doing a rail replacement coordination, which was hands down the best job I've ever had. Sorry McDonald's, you pay me well, these guys pay me better. That involved travelling up and down the country to basically help people get onto coaches when there were no trains. A lot of it was like line maintenance work along the northeast, on the East Coast Main Line. They had an annual line maintenance thing, so everywhere between like Morpeth, I want to say, and Alnwick down to Newcastle, and I think even York on some occasions, were all closed. So yeah, they ring up a gang of different companies and say, can you do some coaches for us? We need this, this, this and this. And then they come say to us, we need you on such days, can you do them? I was like, yeah. Sorry Compass, can't come into work today. When it comes to a minimum wage job and a job that pays £13 per hour, plus travel expenses, plus if you need to stay in a hotel, that's covered and you're guaranteed at least a 3 or 4 star hotel, plus meal allowance, plus £25 spending money if you need like other food or what have you. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay at Compass for that. As if you go back through my channel, through those years, you'll find little miniature vlogs of the different places that I went to. It's like Durham and I think there might have been one, Newcastle, stuff like that. See the hotel that I stay in and things like that. Edinburgh. And I absolutely loved that job. Absolutely loved it. And I'd still be there today had it not been for the fact that I had to leave to go care for my mum in 2017 when she'd been diagnosed with terminal cancer. So that was quite a shame to let that one go. Graham doesn't work there now, so I can't go back. But it was good while it lasted. Yeah, I literally went everywhere. All of the East Coast, like I said, I've done Wakefield, Westgate, Newark, I've done, I want to say like Leicester, I think, and London, one of them. So basically anywhere where, as it were at the time, Virgin Trains East Coast, East Midlands Trains and South West Trains were all operating, and now none of them are owned by Stagecoach. I think most are first, and obviously Zoom and Linear. But yeah, that was my first dabble in a transport-related job, which was really good. Then after 2017, I think I had a job in the bakery for a brief period, and then I got the printing job, where I had like various hoodies and stuff made, and canvases and things like that, which is kind of where I need to kind of get my backside in gear and get some merch done, because that's where I do it. Where I was after that, left there and I went to Connections, my first bus related job as a cleaner. Go support your local companies, seriously. Look at what's happened with ICT Plus and all that. You need to support your independents, look after you. So I stayed with that company from end of 2018, November 5th, through to basically lockdowns, and I got furloughed and then left. So that was really good. Obviously I got quite involved with the company, did some promotional stuff. Fleet and Focus were filmed there. Well, the first one wasn't, but the majority of them were, because whenever I did the deep cleans for an MOT, get that bus, look up its history, boom, there you go. So that was really good. Obviously JSU came from there, which was kind of also why I went to Connections, because JSU was there, and XNT, the two regulars on 38s. And obviously JSU went into preservation with myself and my partner Emily at the time. Different story. Maybe I'll do a separate video. I do need to make a video actually on JSU. I did one for TVM, I'll do one for JSU. Did Bus Fest through Connections, got that all organised. Well, I didn't organise Bus Fest, but I arranged the travel to get down there. That was really good. That was my 1000th video, I think. If you haven't seen that one, go check that one out. It's a Bus Fest 2019, absolutely amazing day. And yeah, so Rams comes 2020. Money started getting a bit tight, so I got a job at Tetley's Coaches for a couple of months, cleaning their buses during the week, Monday to Fridays. Did Connections on a Saturday, and then got furloughed from both of them. And along comes June 2020, and a job comes up at Bramley. Not through First, but through Cordons, which is why I was getting confused. So I officially resigned from Connections and Tetley's. I went to go join Bramley, which was literally 15 minutes, is still there. Teleports and moves, still is there. It's 15 minutes up the road from me. I thought that's perfect. Stay there, do the cleaning. I was hired for TPC, which is touchpoint cleaning, or the sanitising on the buses. So I was brought in for that for a 3-month period, and then it rolled over for another 3 months, and then another 3 months. They laid me off. They were kind of 0 hours as well, so not ideal. But yeah, so I got to have a dabble at Bramley, and the plan was stay there long enough, do my driving lessons, go through my test, and then eventually move over onto the driving side, which one of the lads there has done. It's gone from the cleaning side to the driving side. So that was kind of the plan, but didn't work out. So left there end of February, and come May 2020 got a job through Gaz at McDonald's at the new Wide Lane store. That opened November 2020, so it was only like 6 months old at the time, and I've been there since, and still there, loving the dream. And that's basically my careers at the moment. I do eventually plan to go back to doing lessons and stuff when money's a bit better, and eventually be a driver. But it's the thought of 300 street decks in Leeds. That's a massive put off. I really don't want to drive a street deck. Maybe I should try and find somewhere else to go. I don't know, I'll see how it goes. See what opportunities come up. But yeah, that's pretty much it for jobs wise. I do volunteering for various enthusiast events. For example, I did the Leeds Running Day earlier this year, 2022, with Black Prince buses. That was really, really good. Really enjoyed that, and I'm definitely going to be doing that every year now. So whenever that's on, come find me at Armley, because that's where I'm going to be. Really, really good day. And any other events and stuff that may be local to me, I'll probably go and help out as well, if not in attendance. So yeah, that's basically it for this. Stay tuned for the next part. You don't want to miss it. With that said, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Steady out.